This one goes out to my boys. Abafana bambonke. Hloniphi life boy. Hloniphi impilo boy. Hloniphi ukhokho nomkhulu. Ukuthi insuku sandeswe. Hloniphi life boy. Hloniphi impilo boy. Hloniphi uyihlo nonyoko. Ukuthi insuku sandeswe. Hloniphi life boy. Hloniphi impilo boy. Hlonipha bonke abantu. Ukuthi insuku sandeswe. Yemba mnene njengajuba. Ukhathiswa kwekati. Basaba ukuthatha amachansi. Ngavuma ukwela phansi. Ufune ngesifo socansi. Ubheke nabaphansi. Ngakhohlubhile nekasi. Ngayithathi imali yekasi. Ubheke nabafazi. Ngoba bafabasi. Bekela basweleyo. Khulume nomphakathi. Ungafeli ngaphakathi. Ungakhohlwa nokuthanda. Ngokuthi Jehova uzokumangaza. Ubaba uzoba nawe. Hloniphi life boy. Hloniphi impilo boy. Hloniphi ukhokho nomkhulu. Ukuthi insuku sandeswe. Hloniphi life boy. Hloniphi impilo boy. Hloniphi uyihlo nonyoko. Ukuthi insuku sandeswe. Hloniphi life boy. Hloniphi impilo boy. Hlonipha bonke abantu. Ukuthi insuku sandeswe. Hloniphi life boy. Hloniphi impilo boy. Respect yourself boy. Ukuze nathi sihlonipha. Ubaba uzowenza show nigga sonke ikhalisa impilo. Esikhutha umlilo njengamalanga ngoba ngifuna uhambe ne-fashion ngasifunde isifundo sami so angifuni uwenze the same flow ubaba alithulile angena ejele ngaphuma ngaphinde ngasurvive ngaphuma ama-drugs ngaphuma phinde ngasurvive ngoba ngiyathandaza every day likhe lamali.
24 minutes to 5 o'clock it is. Welcome to the Conversation at 5 with Danny L Maesela. And yeah, man, I believe you guys had a fantastic day. Today, I'm not going alone. I am going with the one and only Thando Masango. We are going to be talking about his journey when it comes to the drug addiction. Some of you guys, you know the drug addiction, what they can actually do to someone. And I see people are coming in. Lerato Emar, hello, good afternoon. How you doing, Lerato? And I see all you guys. I see people actually in the room now. TDC, thank you so much for being part of this one. And Nare 15 Mampo, thank you so much for taking your time to be on this one. On the line, I do have the one and only Thando Masango. My brother, how are you?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm awesome, my brother.
Great stuff. Fantastic. We actually on the live now. And we do have the listeners in the room. They are here to hear the start of their story. They're here to learn a lot from you. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, he is actually one of the members from Kakarambha Foundation. But let me not talk much about that. He's going to be doing exactly that for you and I. So tell me, Thando, how long have you been busy with the foundation that you find yourself in? And what is it that motivated you to be part of this foundation?
Yeah, once again, good afternoon and good afternoon to the listeners. Yeah, so I'm Thando Masango. Yeah, so I'm a founder of the Kakarambha Foundation. Kakarambha means Almighty God. It's in the real word. He is mighty. So the motive behind the Kakarambha is to do self-awareness. I mean, I'm a recovering addict. So we're doing I'm a prevention awareness campaign, prevention and family intervention. Like, you know, if I look back to my journey, you know, things into I did it because nothing and awareness. So I thought I'd go in and come out. So just to do mostly the foundation is just to do the prevention for those who haven't started and for those who have started to give support and see how can we intervene and help them. And then with the family intervention, abazali, the parents and the families, you know, they don't smoke, but they also get affected by the addict itself. Like from my experience, Like that, not me. I was the one smoking, but my parents were affected, and my loved one, and my girlfriend, and my son.
It sounds like someone will ask, is it easier to quit this life of being a drug addict? Easy was it for you? Was it simple for you to actually find yourself living that life, or somebody made you somehow?
Yeah, as a drug addict or as a drug user, as a recovering addict, so you're someone stubborn, So I've been to a couple of rehabs before, I was always given suggestions what to do, but I always thought I would do it my own way, you see. And my own way really never helped me. So it's something which needs consistency and commitment. It's not something easy, but it gets better as day goes by.
Yeah, 20 minutes to 5. If you just join us now, we are on the live with Thando Masango. Thando Masango is a founder of Kakarambha Foundation. You can check him out on Facebook. He is on Facebook. You just type Kakarambha Foundation. Kakarambha. Can you just quickly spell it for them? Just with the right spelling.
Kakarambha.
Okay, it's Karambha. Okay. Kakarambha means, you said it means what? I did not get that.
Almighty God.
Oh, Kakarambha means Almighty God.
Yeah, Almighty God, He is mighty.
Oh, He is mighty indeed. He is mighty. And not everyone can actually come and share their story. Not everyone get to quit the life of living with drugs. Not everyone. But here we do have a brother, Thando Masango, actually managed to live a better life. And it wasn't easy, as he mentioned now. He had to go through some rehab for him to actually get to be where he is now. And what excited me most about Thando Masango is the fact that they are visiting different schools, teaching our students, teaching our kids. Any question that maybe you might have for Thando Masango, we still have him, but he's just here for only a few minutes. He'll be leaving us. And shortly, let's just say, Thando, if there's someone maybe who want to contribute in the foundation, do you allow someone like that? Maybe there's someone who says, I also want to assist you guys. Maybe, resources are everything. Do you assist with that? I mean, do you allow someone like that?
Yeah, I would love that. At the moment, the foundation is about 6 months, and we're running from. I was working, so I resigned. So I'm using my own money to pump it up. But I would also love if somebody, like I was chased away from work, so I'm using that money to pump to run this organization. So if somebody would like to contribute, is welcome. Just assist them, maybe like with logistics, we just need maybe let's say you invite us maybe to Polokwane, maybe to just pay for the cost of petrol to get there. Maybe if we're there for a week, maybe pay for the not much, Our main aim is to spread the message and make children aware, because our children are not aware, except the drugs and alcohol is also a drug. Most people don't know. In the schools, what we do in the schools, Mr. D, is to make them aware, teach them the dangers of Habli. Everybody is making Habli like it's a good trend. It's a choice. We just give them suggestions, show them the dangers, because, we've got things like Google, but when it comes to Habli, our kids don't go and check what's the disadvantage of smoking Habli. And there are many drugs, like in schools, like our children. I'm an ex-heroin and rock and Zol addict. Our children now are smoking crack, are smoking something called codeine, cough mixture. They mix it with Sprite and sweets and cough mixture. There's Bronclear, there's whatever, I can call them out, and Crystal. So crystal meth, they say they want to party more, so that's why they have crystal meth. So it's the type of awareness we're giving these children, because when I was introduced to drugs, it was like me back then, heroin, I think it was early 2000, I was told it's a gentleman's case, and I was in Witbank by then, and then everybody who smoked it was clean and nice, so I also wanted to be this gentleman. But what I've noticed about these substances, if every time they introduce you and they tell you it makes you smart, you must think of the opposite. Because I remember as well, they say, yeah, it makes you think smart. So it made me think not smart, you know. Like the heroin, they told me it's a gentleman's gift, but it was a hobo's gift. So it's always opposite. So we must make children aware of those things, you know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Thando Masango all the way from Kakarambha Foundation. If you do have any question, you can quickly comment below. I'll read out your question and he's here to answer that question. Maybe the question could be, how long can someone be out of drugs completely? Maybe that could be the question that you want to ask. Or maybe there is someone in the family who's going through that. Because let's face it, good people, that if you are living that kind of a life, obviously you start stealing because you need money to buy. Is there anything of that nature that you once did, Mr. Thando, where you found yourself in a position where you feel like, you know what, let me just make sure that the cell phone in the house disappears so that I can get money to go and...
Yeah, I can tell you a million things. You know, when you start off with Kanguchi, you think we are streetwise, you know. You know, I was in the last stage, blowout stage of addiction, and it changed literally everything. You know, I'm up only one. I said, their phones, they were keeping them in their sides, you know. So I had to steal the soap, I had to steal my child's clothes, I had to steal my own clothes, I stole literally everything that I could find in my way, you know. So I was that type of addict, you know. I was that type of addict which I would have 100 rands and smoke it after. I would start picking up people's food and eating, you know. So I was just like any ordinary addict which you see on the street. That's what I was doing, you know. I can go deep. The cell phones was in my second phase of the addiction stage. You know, I was in the blowout stage where I had to get paid. I stayed days without smoking. If you wanted me to pass, they had to promise me 20 rand to pass. You understand? So I was a very bad addict. I was blowout stage. So I was the type of addict, if they go out in the house, they had to lock me out. If I'm around the house, they had to send my kid to watch over me so I don't steal anything. And I'll tell myself, when my kid loves me, but my kid was actually watching me, what am I stealing? So that's why I'm saying addiction is a family disease. I think of the trauma, my own kid watching, what am I stealing, going back to my mom and saying, he stole that. I'm traumatizing the kid, you know?
It's very traumatizing. It's very, I can imagine. No, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so I was that type of addict, you know. So I was a full-blown addict, just like any other addict you see on under the bridge in the streets, you know. So addiction is the same. Even now, I'm still an addict, but in recovery. Once I start to pull or get to somebody too, I go back to the same stage, blowout stage, you know. So here you, like, just to answer your question shortly, I heard you talking like you can never recover as an addict. It's not a once-off decision. You're telling yourself, I don't want this. You tell yourself, but you have to maintain being clean. You have to wake up, pray, talk to other addicts. Don't go to the places you used to hang around. I mean, my uncle can still send me to the bottle store, but I can't go there and hang around the bottle store or sit in the tavern, you know. I have to change the people. It's called a triple place. It's called playgrounds, people, and things. Payments, you know. So I can't go to the same playgrounds. I can't go to the same people. I can't go do the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
I'm cool like before me think it's stress. I'm quirky, I have to smoke. No, I face my feelings because addiction, I suffer from an emotional disease, you know. I'm happy I have to smoke. I'm sad I have to smoke. So something awesome, but these are not the same. I'm still not perfect, but even if I try to figure out.
I think I'm losing you just a bit. I think your network is cutting a bit. Let me just call you back in 1 second so that you can wrap up. Meantime, let me give them. Okay, just all right. Maybe let me. I do have a question. Hi, Kola. How are you? Kola?
Hi, Danny. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm having a guest here by the name of Thando Masango. We're talking about recovering from drug addiction, okay? But I'll be coming back to you shortly now. Let me just quickly read out this question. Thando, this question is coming to you. They say, do you guys have rehabilitation center or you do referral services? That is a question.
No, we don't have a rehab. Like I said, our program, we've got stakeholders, where, like when we do intervention, if you have no money, we refer you to social development, which the assistant is training us. And then if you have money, you go to rehab. And then if you don't have money, we have other means of helping as an outpatient program with us, with our experience, because at the end, I couldn't afford rehab. I had to do it outside, out of my own. So we make the best of the situation. We can't say, rehab is something which is difficult. You apply for a government one, you can't get. Your parents or your siblings or family, whoever can afford it. So, but we've got other means of helping you out, like supporting you, helping you keep it lost, or somebody partly the withdrawals. We know cheap medication you can get, which you can't buy without prescription, and then we support you mentally, because the main thing is mentally. The fight is in the brain more than the physical,
Yeah.
So we support you. Let's say, for example, you in Joburg. We've got a fellowship we belong to, where we're a group of addicts, recovering addicts. So we can say, you in this group, maybe Joburg, or we can get our connection there. Somebody will support you, take you to meetings, hook you up with other recovering addicts. That's how it works. You can't do it alone.
Yeah.
So with that platform of hooking you up with other recovering addicts and giving you support, and people which will make
you
support, so you can be clean and one day help. That's how it works. That's how I was helped. So I'm also expected to help somebody, and that person to be clean, and that person will also help another person. So it's just a two-way thing. I'm also helping myself when I help the other guy, because it reminds me where I am from and how was it.
No, that's lovely. I think Chilitsi, you are answered. I believe you are answered. Is there anything maybe, Kola, that you want to quickly say to Thando before I let him go? Are you there, Kola?
Belela basikweleyo khulume nomphakathi ungafeli ngaphakathi ungakhohlwa nokuthanda wakujehova uzokumangala uba uzoba nawe phila boy.
That is Mandoza. Respect life. Hloniphe impilo, hlompha bophelo ngamma, hlompha bophelo dira bonnete ba gore ka dinako ka moka o phela o itlhokomela. Thando, is maybe if someone wants to get hold of you, to contact you, where can they find you? I think this would be our goodbye from this session. Where can they find you? Maybe if there's someone who wants to say, you know what, I am inspired about your story, Thando. I was listening to you and I am very inspired. Maybe I want to continue in it, something like that. Over to you.
So Mr. D, our number is 078 411 756, 078 411 756, 060 06070 060706671. And you can also get us on Facebook. Check our work. It's Kakarambha. It's Kakarambha Foundation. So yeah, that's where they can get us.
Okay. Thank you so much for being back again, Kola. Is there anything that you want to say to Thando? I believe you were listening to his side of the story before I let him go. Was there anything that maybe you want to say?
Sorry for that. I actually was on a call when you probably were speaking to me. So I got in here very recently, one day by one inviter. But from what I'm picking up, Guti he was speaking about is that he was able to sort of overcome a certain circumstance that he was dealing with. And I actually want to say I'm super proud of him for having moved past that challenge that he had. And makaqhubeke, because it's not just a battle that you leave behind. It's sort of like a battle that you constantly have to fight. And angakhathali, angapheli amandla, he must keep on fighting. And at the end of the tunnel, there's always light.
Indeed, indeed, and guess what? He is really doing an amazing job because his foundation is doing well. They visit in different schools where he actually teach these kids the awareness of drugs and everything. And where we met, myself and Thando, we actually met in Ojes, is in Witbank. That's when I also moved when he was busy presenting, giving it an example to say, we living in that life where we want to fit in. We always want to fit in. We always want to show people that we've got style. Lately, there's many happening that I see most of drivers having them while they're driving and all that. But anyway, Tando, I know you're a busy man. Let me not keep you
They
here for longer. And I'll continue sharing your details with the listeners now, with the viewers now. Uh, they say at the end of the tunnel, there's always a light. Thank you so much, Tola, for that powerful one. At the end of the tunnel, there's a light. Over to you, Tando. Maybe one last thing that you want to say before I let you go, my brother.
Yeah. I would like to say once again, thanks for the opportunity, my brother, and to the listeners. Addiction is a disease, so let's not stigmatize other people. And alcohol and drugs are not a way of fun, even to the older people, even to the people which are not addicts. Our children want to be like us, so if they see you drinking all the time, going to clubs, they want to be like us. So let's be role models for our children, because like me, a role model was somebody outside of my house, and then I wanted to be like that person, and then I just smoked drugs because I wanted to fit in within the style. So let's be role models, and it's possible. Whoever has a person with a mama drugs or who's addicted, it's possible to stop, because people, when I learn to drugs, steal you in. No, there's no such. Just this commitment and prayer. It's a spiritual walk. So, and we're asking for their prayers more than their money, like the sister said, it's a consistent thing. So can we have their prayers? So thanks once again, and enjoy your afternoon, my brother.
All right.
Thank you for the opportunity.
No, thank you so much, my brother. Have a lovely one and continue doing this amazing job. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a first of it. We're still going to have Thando Masango coming back, maybe when the time goes by, because what they're doing really moved me as a person. And I believe that you are moved too. I see people are still here. Chilisi wanted to also ask you have family support so the family can give support to the recovery. And I believe you answered that by saying, yes, emotionally you support them. Emotionally you make sure that you assist them, showing them the light and everything. Thank you so much, my brother. Hasta la vista. Goodbye.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
All right.
Ubhekela ngaphansi wakufika nekasi ngayithathi imali yekhasi ubhekela bafazi ngoba bafabazi belela basiweleyo khulume nomphakathi ungafeli ngaphakathi ungakhohlwa thanda ngoba uJehova uzokumangaza uba uzoba nawe phila boy hlonipha impilo boy hlonipha ukhona mkhulu ukuthi uzande hlonipha life boy hlonipha impilo boy hlonipha
At 13 minutes to 5, it is. My name is Danny L Maesela. Mo go na le ditaba tse monate ke mo tlang kgwetsang gona. I always want to be part of change. I always want to be part of a positive change in terms of changing someone else's life. And that was Thando Masango all the way from Kakarambha Foundation. But what you offer, let's make use of whatever that you have. Maybe it could be the motivational ways like Ola did. Let's just do that. A day at least. Talk to someone, make them feel good about themselves. And Ola, wow, long time. I wish I could go deeper, but I don't want to interrupt this live. Otherwise, because I'm going to actually download this platform. But anyway, how have you been?
I've been good, man. How are you? Just a
I
busy
can.
band there.
I cannot complain at all, man. I cannot complain at all. And lately, I don't even go live, especially in the night and all that. But I'll explain that after ending this live and downloading this live. But I really appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for coming through. And
Always a pleasure,
indeed,
Danny.
that was powerful. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon there.
Thank you, Danny.
Bye bye.
Ukuthi ukusande life boy. Shut it feel a boy. Respect yourself boy. Ukuthi life boy. Shut it feel a boy. Shut it kona khulu. Ukuthi ukusande life boy. Shut it feel a boy. Shut it kuyisa nyongo. Ukuthi ukusande shut it life boy. Shut it feel a boy. Shut it papa kabantu. Ukuthi ukusande shut it life boy. Shut it feel a boy. Respect yourself boy. Ukuthi nathi sohlonipha. Waphinde bawumatrasi nakamachimbo sirentu mamumfeloras wakala wakabakaba wapalazikazi kingibo po machimbo sekasi bamukita mapopcorn agwalistra sotibana bokuduzo na kontoza majasi isitobuzela.
Thank you so much for being part of this one. The Conversation at 5 with Danny L Maesela. Kauna mokhokera papa go lena ka moka. Data era gore shalang ga botse. Let's meet again on the flip side. And to everyone who's been here, ke ba bona bo Sam, they were in the house. Thank you so much, Sammy. So I really appreciate that. I see also Jag sister is also in the house. Thank you so much, Jag sister. Bauchenis kaofela bona lady kaofela ke ba bona bona re. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. And big up to our brother Thando Masango. Do not forget, if you want to get hold of him, you can always follow them on Facebook. Their Facebook page is Kakarambha Foundation. Be part of the change. Thank you so much. Kilerata, kalerato rato. Bye bye.
Young black and gifted, spreading my